This is a Labubu, and I want you to tell me how much you think it's worth. Is it $20, $1,500, or the last one, $150,000? Which one do you think it is? Pick a guess. Got it locked in? What if I told you that it's all of them? But how? How are people so obsessed with this toy? What's happened to them? Spending your rent money, fighting at stores, standing in line for hours for a toy? You do realize how messed up that sounds, right? I did. That's why I spent the past few weeks trying to understand what's going on here, and what I found made me rethink everything. And if that's still not enough for you to stay, I found a way of recreating the same experience, and I'll be testing you to see how good you are at gambling. But before we get there, let me give you some context. In the early 2010s, the toy market was a monopoly. Big companies like Disney were everywhere, but what wasn't was the small independent artist. I know everybody likes a good underdog, but this one was way worse. If you were a small artist trying to break into the market, at this time, might as well go home now. Because without any major representation or anywhere to show off your art, you were doomed before you even started. At the heart of the problem, Wang Ning, fresh out of campus, had this big idea. He wanted to be the one to speak for the little guy, the underrepresented artist. He wanted to be the hero. With a bold confidence on his side, he opened up a small store in Beijing for selling designer toys. But remember, like I told you, the toy market was not forgiving. For the next 5 years, he worked day and night trying to get his store off the ground. Reality was beginning to set in. Like they say in the movies, everybody loves a good hero, but what they love even more is watching a hero fail. If he didn't find a way of changing his situation, he would have to give in to the pressure and either sell out or shut down. In 2015, he collaborated with the Hong Kong artist Kenny Wong on his character Molly. This being such a huge moment for PopMart, they couldn't risk sending this one to the grave as well. It was their one moment and they had to do things differently. We're in Japan now. It's the 1990s. The Japanese toy market has just made a new discovery. They found a little cheat code in selling toys. This is a gachapon capsule toy, a vending machine where you play gambling for toys. The catch? You don't get to know what you got until you open the box. Now where have I heard that before? Let's go back to China. As we said, Molly should work. It's not even a choice at this point. They've been struggling for the past 5 years trying to get some recognition. Hell, at this point they're taking anything that they can get. If you did business, you know risks to businesses are a big no-no. PopMart had never done anything like this, but because no one knew them, they didn't have that much to lose. So they did the only thing that they could do. They did their first blind bots with Molly. The same way we did in Japan, even here we had a version of Molly that was the most common one, ranking all the way to a super rare one. When PopMart launched Molly in 2015, the people ate it all up. The demand shot through the roof, long lines of people waiting for the next drop. Prices soared and the money started rushing in. Molly had started a revolution by simply just being there. This wasn't just a small store anymore. Molly had quite literally become their Midas touch. More and more stores were spawning all across China, and soon enough, they were going beyond. By the time 2019 came, PopMart had gone from being just a single store in Beijing to being the largest toy brand in China. They weren't just selling toys, they were building something bigger. A community. But wait a minute, let's stop right here. This video isn't about Molly, and you're probably mad at me because this isn't why you click on this video. So why did I tell you all of that? Remember what I told you when I started the story? The real reason PopMart was started? This is where it gets even bigger. Molly was a huge deal, but this next toy was catastrophically even bigger. When we talk about the underdog and underrepresented artist, this next person ticked all those boxes. Born in Hong Kong and grew up in the Netherlands mostly, Kasing Long was your average kid. When he moved to the Netherlands to live with his parents, his Dutch wasn't too good. This made him start from first grade all over again. His tutor suggested that he read more local picture books and children's illustrations. These books fell into a good middle ground where the illustrations would keep him engaged, while the pictures would help him understand the text in the books better. The books he took were not your everyday books. They explored deep Nordic mythology and folklore. Little did he know, this would come to change his life forever. Fast forward in time and he's now working for a comic company. The job is boring and mundane, but it gives him time to work on a few personal projects, one of which would come to catch the attention of a toy making studio in Hong Kong. Up to this point, there's something that I haven't told you, and no, I'm not just trying to turn this into a sad sob story. Kasing Long was broke, not sleeping hungry broke, just enough to get by broke. His wife was the only one with a stable job, and financially it was weighing a lot on him that he was putting this much effort into this one thing and it wasn't really going anywhere. For about 3 years, he went on without any success. He had released a lineup of characters and storybooks, giving him a core fan base, but nothing too crazy. All this, plus his wife being the only breadwinner of the family, was not making things any better. The stakes were even higher because he was a dad now, and he wanted to make sure that his child would not have to go through all the things that he was in that moment. His wife, being his biggest cheerleader, continued to support and encourage him, telling him that if he gave up now, it would invalidate all the work he had done until this point. This kept a glimmer of hope for him on the horizon, which then in turn helped him keep moving forward. He continued to publish more and more pieces, and in 2015 he debuted a small character called the Labubu as part of a larger series called The Monsters, which I can't seem to find a copy of anywhere. When PopMart did this collab, they were capitalizing on the success that Molly had, and because it had become so successful, the Labubu used the same motto: super common character all the way to very rare. By this point, they'd already expanded to more Asian countries, and on the launch of the Labubu, it started doing extremely well in Taiwan markets, which motivated them to try and sell it in Hong Kong, which is what they did starting in 2017. If you're watching this video, then you're probably not in China. So the question is, how did the Labubu go from China to the rest of the world? How did the Labubu go so far, even farther than Molly ever did? Let's break it down while we get ourselves ready for the psychology side of things. Well, I'll get to test your gambling skills to explain how blind boxes manipulate you to never stop buying. I want you to tell me the difference between these two toys and which one you'd prefer. I promise this is not a trick question, so type it down in the comments right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, time's up. Send in your answer because we'll be coming back to this. Trust me, it's important. I've already told you that the Labubu was very successful in the Asian markets, but this might be because PopMart was the biggest distributor. Since their dominance expanded as far as the Asian markets, the rest of the world was pretty much in silence. Everything changed in November of 2024. If you ask someone else, they might probably tell you something different, so for this next part, just trust me, bro. Just trust. I'm patting your shoulder, by the way. From what I could find, this is the video that started the Labubu craze. Again, trust. The huge asterisk with these types of videos is that this could have been a product sponsorship in some way. Sure, they didn't say that in the video, but a lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes that we never find out about, and this could have been one of those cases. For example, something that was said a lot in this video is that because it's a blind box and you don't know what you're going to get, then just get the whole box to increase your odds. Again, this could have been from her own experience, but I wouldn't be surprised if this was entirely an ad. In the video, she goes on to do an unboxing of various blind boxes from PopMart, very visibly excited to get the very rare one. As much as I wanted this rabbit hole to take me deep inside, don't you stop it. I'm still in the same position I was when I started it, but I did find something that is kind of hard to explain. After Lisa unknowingly started this trend, a lot of other celebrities conveniently, and a lot of emphasis on conveniently, started being spotted with Labubus. Come on, I know none of you guys will want to admit it, and that's because you want me to look crazy, which I'm not, but how is this all a coincidence? The events match up perfectly, and so did their timelines, but because there's no solid information out there, it's just a theory. For now. Okay, now let's look at this product for a second. What do you see in it? What is it that's so special? At first glance, it kinda even looks ugly, but the more you look, you start to notice something. It's not just ugly, it's kinda cute ugly too. And not gonna lie, I kinda want one. The Labubu was nothing like they'd done before. Weird looking, but cute. From the moment they set foot in stores, everything was set in motion. With TikTok, the word spread like wildfire. Celebrities had it, influencers had it. The only person who didn't was you. The experience of buying and unboxing one of these was like a drug. It was almost as if they found a loophole to gambling, but fun. People couldn't get enough. Not even me. When I started researching this video, I thought, there's no way I'd fall for that. It's stupid. But the more I learned about it, the more that changed. And suddenly, I couldn't stop thinking about it. All I wanted was a Labubu. But what for? I don't know, but look at it, it's so cute. But no, they cost too much. I was fighting every nerve and fiber in my body to not fall for it. So to distract myself, I thought about finding out why. Why do I want one so bad? Why am I willing to cough up that much money for something that I'm probably never even gonna use? I had to know. If I couldn't buy my way to the experience, I'd bring the experience to me. In order for us to be on the same page, let me recap some things. A blind box usually refers to a box which contains a certain product, but the consumer can't know what the product is until they open up the box. We already discussed where they came from, so I'm not gonna repeat that. From the description of what this entire concept is, it sounds or goes very close to gambling because it does contain all the elements that gambling should have. This one just happens to be more accessible and available to more people, where inside those people or children. The paper does a very interesting comparison. It compares blind boxes to Schrödinger's cat, which might sound like a made-up word if you've never heard of it before, so let me explain. Schrödinger's cat is a famous science experiment where a hypothetical cat is placed in a box with a device that could kill it. From an observer's perspective, before you open that box, you will never know if the cat is dead or alive, and in that state, the cat is both dead and alive. Back to what blind box is. Before you open a box, you can only be sure that inside there's a doll, but before you open it, you will never know which one. This is what sets blind boxes apart from any other kind of unboxing experience, and I could sit here and tell you all about it, but instead, I built a game show! Contestants, welcome to the blind box experiment. Here are the rules. In each round, you'll be presented with a paper with two choices, A and B. The game is very simple. You only have to choose one. The twist? One of them only gives you 2 points, while the other one gives you anywhere from 0 to 4 points. Here's the better twist. You don't know which one does what, so you have to make your decision depending on how the game proceeds and the results revealed after you. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Very much ready.
Hi, my name is Joy.
I'm an SMAS, a student of chemistry.
I love games, I love music, I love everything that involves having fun.
Do you know what we're doing here today?
I'm not sure.
Mi nilisikia tu kuna games and then I was like yes.
Would you consider yourself a competitive person?
Yes, I'm very competitive. I consider myself competitive.
Do you think you're going to win today?
Why not?
Of course, I'm going to win.
Hi, other Lenny here. You might be thinking, I could totally beat them. Well, you're in luck because you there watching at home can also play along with them. Just use the link down below or scan this QR code to join the game. At the end of the show, you'll get to see how well you did against the contestants and other people watching this video as well. So use the link down below or scan this QR code or even check the pinned comment to join the game. And let's see if you're better at gambling. Contestants, the first round has begun. On the papers provided, it is your duty to make sure your opponent does not see what is written on it. If that happens, no penalty will be issued to the opponent and it is purely going to be your loss. Your time starts now. Contestants, your time is up. Now, you're going to try to guess what your opponent has written for this round. Please write your guess on the extra credit slot provided. If you get it correct, a point will be added to your final score, but you're not going to know that until the final game is over. Please make your guesses. Have you made your guesses?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, the first round has concluded. Are you ready for round 2? Your time starts now. Are you guys done? Please remain seated while the moderators take your votes.
Honestness,
Yes.
how do you think you did?
Good. Trust myself. I'm very confident. I did very well.
I think I did badly. Sikuwa naelewa maswali. Ndio sikuwa naelewa hiyo swali. Kulifika masa sikuwa naelewa.
Did those 2 rounds go as you expected them to?
Maybe yes, maybe no.
No. Nilikuwa dhani itakuwa rahisi, like itakuwa kama rock paper scissors alafu hivyo lakini.
Are you going to win?
I think so, yeah. Mwanza kupata like the whole concept ya game. So
Are you going to win?
No.
The success of the Labubu and the blind bots format is because of the exploitation of a core element in psychology. We have two types of rewards, fixed and variable. Fixed rewards are mild, while variable rewards are exciting. When you don't know what the outcome is, you're crazy to know what you're going to get. This action fills up your brain with dopamine, and whether or not you get what you were looking for, your brain will want to try it again. This phenomenon is especially popular with young consumers because they're naturally always looking out to try new brands and brand experiences, and with the rise of social media, this has only been exacerbated. The business side of this marketing strategy is even more exciting. In each release that PopMart does, they have both a common model and a rare model. The price remains the same, the only difference is the probability of getting the rare model is very low. The issue with this model is that sometimes it can actually be exploited. When PopMart introduces a limited edition lineup, people often buy the entire set to increase their odds of getting the rarest one. This approach is summed up perfectly in the concept of scarcity marketing, which is when demand is stimulated through perceived scarcity. Contestants! The results of the first two rounds are in. The contestants with the highest result, or with the highest score, has 7 points, while the other one has 4. Please use these results to make your decisions for the second set of rounds.
Joy,
Yes.
how did you feel about those results?
I don't know. Sijui. Naona kama mimi nimepata hiyo 4 lakini sijui.
I think I performed better than my competitor.
With the extra points on the table, what's your plan?
I try to use the... I know, I will work my way, work my way out. Tajua kitu nitafanya.
Acha tu nijiamini. Naona kama tu sijui. Nijitahidi next round ikwe mzuri.
Which one do you think is yours between those 2 points?
Cha nijipe 4. I know why. I think it's 4. I know why.
Naweza sema naona kama 4 ni yangu, lakini bado naona kama 7 ni yangu bado.
Which one do you see to be more probable?
7. Hivyo tu. Juu najiaminia.
Contestants, let's go on to round 3. Your time starts now. Are you guys done?
Yes.
Nesmus?
Yes.
Okay. Now that you have your answers locked in, let's proceed to the guessing stage. As before, please write on the extra credit slot what you think the other contestant has chosen. Are you guys done?
Yes.
And with that, we conclude round 3. Let's move on to round 4. Your time starts now. Contestants, your time is up. Hand over your votes. The buying experience of a blind box is similar to a lottery. It is the unknown and surprise elements that really attract customers. Like we said before, buyers often make multiple purchases in order to complete their collection, sometimes even trading with other collectors in order to get the pieces that they want. Blind box consumption replaces material consumption with emotional consumption. The more value a consumer sees in a product, the more happy or validated they feel about it, which then makes them more likely of getting another one. The paper goes to show how blind boxes follow a gambling pattern of stimulation, pleasure enhancement, addiction. When someone opens up a box and they get what they hope for, they want to continue with the same kind of happiness they got, which leads them back to buying more. On the flip side, if someone doesn't get what they hope for, they now want to turn the tables, which also leads them back to more. Contestants, welcome back. I am back with the results from rounds 3 and 4. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yes.
I have really interesting news. The contestants with the highest points in the previous 4 rounds has 11 points, while the second one, or the one in the second place, only has 7 points. To make this more interesting, I'd like to add that it's the same contestant who had 7 points in the last round that now has the most. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, we're
Yes, we are ready.
How do you guys feel about that information? How do you think both of you did?
I think we did our best, so may the best man.
Uongo. Acheni kudanganyana ati the best. Na mnajua ni uongo.
ready. Unajua nilijiroga pato ya kwanza.
Inaweza saona in case ushindo utasema huko. Ulisema ulijiroga. So
mimi nitasema I think I might have messed a little bit by saying the round 1 that I am the one who got 4 points. So maybe I'm the one who got 7 points. Or maybe I'm the one who got 11 points. Who knows?
are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. Your time starts now. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your time is up. Just like before, please make your guesses on the extra credit slot. Are you guys done? Okay, with that, let us proceed to the second last round, round 6. Just like before, your time starts now. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your time is up. Hand over your votes. There are 2 aspects of psychology that PopMart uses to make sure you come back after your very first purchase. The first one is something that people calls the framing effect. PopMart phrases each purchase as a potential gain, highlighting the chance of getting a rare and exclusive figure. Hey, look over here! If you buy multiple boxes, look how many rare figures you could get. From this framing, the consumer's focus shifts to this new potential reward that could now be theirs, rather than the fact that multiple boxes could still contain the same amount of common figure. It's like PopMart dangling candy right in front of you, telling you how good this candy is, leaving out the fact that not only do you have to spend money to get this candy, but there's also a probability of getting the same old candy that you already have inside your pocket. After the consumer does all of this, they need a way of justifying these purchases. Even if they don't get what they hope for, they might tell themselves or convince themselves that, hey, at least this was fun, or comfort themselves with the potential value of their new investment. PopMart then taps into this by offering more limited edition and rare items, which then makes the consumer view this collection that they have more as an investment rather than a purchase that they're not going to use. Contestants, we are now closing in on the final round. But first, let's hear the results of the previous rounds from round 1 up to round 6. Are you guys ready? Before I tell you the results, round 7 is not going to be like any of the rounds that you've played before. This time, only one of the two choices will have any points. 4 points to be specific, while the other one has 0. A might have 4 points while B has 0, or B might have 0 points while A has 4. It is your choice to decide which one. To the contestant with the lesser points, this is your only chance to redeem yourself and win the entire game. Okay, the results of the round 1 to 6 are as follows. The leading contestant has... Are you guys ready? The contestant with the leading points has 15 points, while the second one has made a comeback. They're very, very close with only 13 points. A literal difference of 2. So you can probably see how this round 7 could change everything. To either of you who thinks they're in the lead, will you maintain your lead? And to the one with the lesser points, will you change everything? With that in mind, let us proceed. Contestants, welcome to round 7. So, as I said before, this round could change everything. If you make the right choice, you could go home a winner. If you make the wrong choice, the other person could overtake you by far. If you both don't get it, we already have a winner. The choice is yours. To both the leading and the one with the lesser points, this is your chance to change everything. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Because of the importance of this round, your time limit will be increased by 10 seconds. That might not seem like a lot, but think hard about your choice, because this is going to be different. Your time starts now.
What are you going to do if you lose?
Nakubali tu, lakini sijui kama nitakubali, itakuwa imeibiwa kasi mimi nimeshinda.
What are you going to do if you lose?
10,
Yeah.
9, 8,
Nothing.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Hand over your results.
Joy,
Yes.
are you nervous?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's the final result na sijui kile nimepata na sitaki kwenda home nikiwa si mimi mshindi.
Yeah.
Why are you nervous?
Hey, I think because of the final round 7, if I did not get the answer correct, then I'm out. But if I got the answer correct, then it's a win for me.
Contestants, the results of the blind bot experiment are here. But this time, you might notice that I'm not alone. I'm not going to be the one who's going to be announcing the results of this round. And to make it even more interesting, to whoever is watching, this is not staged, by the way. We did not write this down. The cameraman shooting this video also do not know what the results of this round is. So, in order to get their reactions as well, I'd like to urge them or to ask them to please proceed to the seats and sit next to the contestants they think is going to win. Are you guys ready? Okay.
And the winner of the blind box experiment with a whopping 15 points is Joy. And in the second place, following closely with 13 points is Onesimus.
The last place.
Congratulations, Joy.
The winner, tuambie kitu.
I was not able to do it without my number one fan. And niliwaambia tu nitashinda.
Sina maoni. No comments. Sina maoni.
Number one fan wake aongee haya.
When I just had 15 nikajua tu ni Joy because all through nilikuwa nimeimagine from the way my guy hapa alikuwa na react especially from the first 2 rounds, ndo nikajua Joy yako mbele at that point. And immediately vile mkasema 15 nikajua kuna mwenye amepata either the 4 points. Then after that nikajua kijana yangu kidogo.
So kwetu like to enjoy before even the game started. Like tulikuwa tushajua Joy ndo mshindi, Joy ndo anashinda. Kwa hivyo the way she had the courage, she believed in herself, hakuwa nervous. Na pia like akiulizwa who has the highest mark, she knew she was the one and she got it right.
So, and with that, I would like to conclude this video. Thank you so much to everybody who was involved in the making of this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. And just like I said in the beginning, please make sure you comment down below your results and how you did. Did you perform better against the contestants? Please tell us down in the comments. And from me and to everybody who was involved in making this video,
Subscribe.